Thanks for tuning in to Miss Neat Neat World. Why? Well, I dropped this bud drop, and this tea is piping hot, and I don't mind pouring it. Yes, let me get right into this hot ass tea. Well, VH1 D-list reality stars. Why they still act a fool, even Offset? Well, let's jump right into Tommie and her mama. Now, I know it was just Mother's Day, or was it not for Tommie and her mom and KK? Well, if you seen this last episode of Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, where Karen was trying to be a family counselor for Tommie and her mom, and trying to get them to come to a common ground and have a better relationship and mend their issues, and it didn't turn out too well. It was just ended up to be sour, as she would say. In her confession, she ended up calling them these two are alcoholic. She said, I like to drink too. My choice to drink is a Hennessy. She spoke that. And, I guess Tommie felt some type of way. So she took to her little Snapchat. That what it looked like, because it was multiple clips of videos of her going in on Karen King. Well, she was like, how can you call us an alcoholic when you drink with us as well? Our choice of drink is wine. Your choice is Hennessy. How are we alcoholic? Well, if her choice to drink is Hennessy, obviously she could carry herself and she know how to moderate her drinks. Y'all, on the other hand, I don't know what type of wine y'all drinking. It may be the strongest wine on the shelf. You need to pump it down a little bit, but y'all are totally different from her when she is drinking. So, even if she do like to drink Hennessy, obviously she can control herself. But she goes in and say, you smoke 2 packs of cigarettes a day. How is that? What's the difference from me drinking wine and you smoking 2 packs of cigarette? You a bum bitch. You fake. You a fraud. You and your mom ain't got the best of relationship. You send your son to jail. What type of mom is you? Well, somebody should have stopped her before Miss KK got on her Instagram and read her and drug her for dear life. Yes, Lord, somebody pray for Tommie. Anyways, Karen goes in to say, I'm the boss. I was the boss back when I met you, and I'm still the boss. I walked you into this platform of loving Atlanta hip hop. I allowed you. I gave you the boost and I gave you the walkthrough to be able to be on this show, because when you first interviewed with them 2 years prior, they didn't want you because they knew you was a clown. But when I walked you in, I made you something than what you wasn't. Like when I was your boss back then, you was my worker cashing them checks, swiping them cards for me, and barely did that right because you was always drunk or sleep. Child, yes, these fools are a mess. She was like, I basically gave you your platform, and instead of you giving my credit, you giving me your ass to kiss. They didn't even want to be bothered with you. The only reason why you came on as my son love interest because he didn't want to put his baby mom Tiara, which she ended up coming on there anyways, and his fiance and baby mom at the time pregnant with his child on because she was pregnant. So in which it all ended up coming out that Tiara was his baby mama, but he had a girlfriend who was pregnant at the time before he went to jail. And Tommie was just a friend of his mom. It all came out that was a damn fake plot. But anyway, she was like, that's the only reason why you came on, and they wasn't even paying you. Only reason you started getting paid and you became a cast member this season is because you showed your ass like the buffoon, the idiot that you are. It's so good that they brought you back on. I was like, Lord, when you gonna stop caring? So she continued to go on and was like, I bailed you out of jail even though you have stole from me countless of time. You got busted again after I bailed you out for claiming my stolen money that you stole from me, and they locked your ass back up because you had no paycheck stubs. You couldn't even, prove it was your money, so you got locked up. How dumb can you possibly be? But you such a boss. And you talking about you gave me a pass? No, I ain't none of these Love Hip Hop Atlanta chicks. You ain't gonna sneak me, bitch. I'm the one that give you a pass. She was like, I may be 57, but I ain't no punk. I may be a mother of 3 and a grandmother, and my older son may be 41, but I still will box your ass out in my warehouse, put a ring in there, and let's get it. Let's be like Chris Brown and Soulja Boy. Let's get it on. I was like, wow. I mean, Karen rant was like over an hour long. She basically says that Tommie used to work for her, and but she was always drunk. She always was drunk. She was a drunk hoe. She'd sleep with men, be in these nicer motels, trying to get these men to pay for her surgery and just put money in her pocket. all time ever was Steve Madden in a bag of clothes. And one thing that her boys can say that they ain't never seen their mom bring in men's in and out their house. They never seen their mom drunk at the back door, couldn't even get in the house because she's so drunk. But Tommie daughter has, just really blasting her for the alcoholic that she is. And we all can tell she's an alcoholic. We seen the video when she got drug out of the car drunk. We just heard about the latest incident on the Delta airline when she was drunk, cutting up, bringing wine on the plane. All her antics and her acts, it shows us that she's an alcoholic. She got a drinking problem. And obviously she does, because she took offense to what Ken said in her confession about them being alcoholics when she really was trying to help them mend their mother-daughter relationship. So she took it to her Snapchat act a fool, and here go Karen continue to act a fool. But anyways, Karen continued to go in to say that, I helped you out, and I was proud of you. I told you plenty of times, I'm proud of you. Go ahead. I don't want nothing in return. I just want you to be the best that you could be. You know what I'm saying? I'm just glad that this was a platform that Mona Scott allowed me to be on, because I was already a loving hip-hop fan from the jump. So this is a platform that Mona allowed me to be on, and I allowed you to be on. So, and you just surpassed me, and I'm proud of you. Go ahead with your bad self. But Tommie just let the shit go to her head, and she thinks she the boss. But I'm going to knock this bitch down a couple of notches and let her know I'm the boss. I'm the head in charge. So, and she basically says that she can't believe Tommie will go on and just go off on her and just show her ass and talk about her like a dog. And if she's such in the business of sending people to jail, she ought to send your ass to jail from that Beverly Hills surgery. She even says the plastic surgeon name, and she said you owe him $13,000. You ran out on his ass twice. So who really running out on the plug? Plies. Anyways, and you almost died the second time on the table because he finally recognized who you was and knowing you owe him money, and that almost caused you to lose your life. And it does make sense. She even talked about how she has mug shots from all these years, and from the last 3 years she don't even look like the same person. And Tommie was never a bad looking girl, but you can obviously see that she has totally transformed from what she really used to look like. And the work, it looked good, but I'm like, Karen, your cheeks really don't move when you talk. Maybe you need to slow down. But she was like, if I want to send you to jail, I can send you to jail anytime. You know what I'm saying? It ain't nothing. Stop scandalizing my damn name in these streets, bitch. And you such a boss. I remember you wore my shoes, $1,000 of shoes. She pulled out these shoes where Tommie done walked the dog on and walked the heels off, walked the heels protected off these mugs and everything. She's like, what boss bitch walk like this? Brand new shoes I only wore one time, some I never even worn, straight out the box. $1,000, $1,400 shoes, $1,500 shoes, $1,000 shoes that Tommie just destroyed and put back in a box like KK wouldn't even recognize them. But anyways, not only is your ass unrecognizable from when you was a youngin', your ass is a drunk. And you can't walk in these motherfucking shoes without tearing their ass up, but you such a boss. And she shows all these shoes. It's just horrible. But she basically says, I have a warehouse. If you want to meet up in the ring, let's do this thing. Let's get some money. I'm 57, but I'm nobody punk. You know what I'm saying? And she look real good for her age. She even said she got a 41-year-old son. I was like, well, damn, go ahead, grandma. But she basically reading Tommie for dear life, and as she was doing her little Instagram rant, countless of people was calling her. She was like, well, y'all didn't call Tommie when she was doing her interview, or going off on me. Y'all thought the shit was fun and cute, but now that I'm here and I'm finna speak facts and speak this real shit, and if it costs me my job at Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, then so be it. But I'm not finna allow her ass to clown me. I'm finna give y'all some facts, and I'm gonna let her know, after I give these facts, let's meet up in this ring. So, child, even Offset, these ATLians continue to show their ass. And I don't know what to say. All I do know is this tea is too hot for me. Tommie, Karen says she's a street bitch, a real OG, and she will run it with you. If you want it, you can get it. And she really is hurting. She really didn't want to bring it to this far. But since you got on here and showed your ass, then she gonna show you what time it is. She gonna show you what a real bitch is. Because that's not what you is. Why I had to come to this, but it wouldn't be right if Love and Hip Hop Atlanta wasn't on, and we didn't have some damn issues and some people showing their ass throughout the season. And she say Love and Hip Hop Atlanta is scripted, which we already knew, and which I say all the time. But she gave us some real shit. And even if y'all watch that scandals and secret shit that Love and Hip Hop had a couple days ago, when they was like a producer behind the mix scene, camera guy, whatever he was like, it was countless of times where they had to call KK to come get Tommie or to help them, and and Tommie will call KK and KK will come through and get her together. And KK says that too, that I was like her babysitter. I am the one who made you, bitch. Respect me. So I believe it. I believe everything that Karen is saying, because not only is she, telling us that she always had nice shit. She come from nice shit ever since she was getting money and started having kids. She been in a nice ass house, getting nice ass shoes and clothes. But now she has nothing. She been in and out of jail with fraud and shit, swiping people cards. She's, putting all her shit out of there as well. And now she's trying to do better and do stuff for the community and try to give back to cancer patients. Giving them wigs, makeup, and some of these shoes that Tommie destroyed, she wanted to give those to them too in a box. And I was like, well, that's really good. But she can't, it's hard for her to find sponsor because of her history. But she give back anyways, even though she don't have much now to give, she still give back. So, I believe what she say. And Tommie, child, you better slow your roll. Put one of them damn wine glasses down. But who knows? We'll have to see as this shit continue to unfold. But until then, let's keep it moving. Well. More D-list VH1 reality stars cutting their ass. Jackie Christie from Basketball Wives, she's gonna be on some type of bootleg Broadway type of shit. Her and a couple of other folks. But anyway, she went to Fox, the Q show. I guess the Q on Fox. And she did a little interview, a sit down with another one of her co-stars on this little Broadway type thing that they're going to have. But anyway, she basically they talk about the little show they're going to do, but it gets to the point to where he asked her about her daughter and the issues of her oldest daughter, Takari, from her previous relationship before Doug. And the dark-skinned one, the one that got all the kids whose son got burned, that one. The one that she has this dysfunctional relationship that we only seen on Basketball Wives one season or whatever. Anyway, she goes to say the girl has this mental disorder. She's depressed. She just needs to be loved from a distance. Just saying sideways shit. And so, of course, her daughter went on her Instagram and ranted her ass out. Her Twitter or whatever. She was like, well, that's kind of hard, because that's kind of crazy. How can you say I got this depression issue? You never took me to a mental hospital. We never went anywhere dealing with my mental issues or my hearing or any type of issues with me. You're not a part of my life, nor are you a part of my kids' life. I can't see how you can sit up here and say that I have some type of mental issues. Who made you a doctor? What degree do you have, basically, for you to diagnose me? And it's quite funny when just last Mother's Day you sent me a text and thank you, just wishing me a happy Mother's Day, and 2 days later you get your crazy cuckoo butt on here and you say I got issues. So she went on her little rant basically saying that's crazy. I try to be respectful. I try to, even though I'm speaking the truth, I try to be respectful of you because you are my mother. But you taking my kindness and my humbleness for weakness, and I'm going to give you something if you keep on. Basically what she's saying, y'all. Putting it into my own words. So, I think it's all crazy. This relationship with Jackie, praising some of her kids and not, even acknowledging this child is just crazy to me, and acting like you all got an exchange relationship or whatever. But when you get on here, you say she just got mental issues. Which one is it? Is y'all just relationship is not too tough? It's just the functional? Or is your daughter just got this mental issues? And if she do got a mental issue, do she get it from you? Because you is cuckoo as hell on Basketball Wives. So, that's just like the pot. That's just like the kettle calling the pot black now. But this is what you want. And this girl trying to be as respectful and, and keep it as nicely as possible, but she's like, you're pushing her basically, and she's gonna let you have it. And Jackie, I really think you need to just not talk about it, just like she said in her little rant. If it's better for you to say I'd rather not talk about it instead of just saying whatever when you put on this, when the pressure is hot and this uncomfortable situation comes up and you just supposed to say whatever. I'd rather you say nothing versus you just throwing out allegations. And which I'm with her when she's right. I think Jackie need to just not talk about that situation and try to mend it. If not, just not talk about it, And it's just a horrible situation. Me and my mom, we have our issue, but I love my mother to death. She was the best mom that she could possibly be to her, all six of her kids or whatever. So even on our worst days, I would never get on TV. I would never just flat out disrespect my mom or just call her out or want to fight her or just downright drag her for dear life like Tommie doing Love and Hip Hop and like Jackie is doing to her daughter, vice versa. I just couldn't see myself doing it. I couldn't, it's times I couldn't even see life without my mom. So I just hate their situation, more so Jackie and Takari's situation, because she's like a lost child crying out for her mom. So, and it's always something. I'm always seeing Takari and Jackie going back and forth on Twitter and in the media, and it's just like crazy. But this is what the VH1 D-list stars give us. Y'all, until next time, this is Miss Neat Neat. Y'all tell me what y'all think about Tommie, KK, and Tommie mama. Should Tommie have went on that damn rant and think KK wasn't going to clap back? Or should KK should have just let Tommie be a drunk alcoholic and being the 57 woman she is and just let it go? Or should she did just what she did? Alright, what do you think about Jackie taking her ass on Fox and just blatantly disrespecting and disregarding her daughter mental issues? I mean, saying her daughter had mental issues. Do you think she should have just shut up and said nothing? Or just say, I'd rather not talk about it, it's family issues? Or should she just say it was just what she said? Or is it time for her just to let this whole situation go and get off reality TV with her old cougar ass? She ain't no cougar jacket like an alley cat. Y'all let me know what's on y'all mind. Talk to me. Share me while you at it. Let somebody know that you know Miss Neat Neat. Let somebody know that Miss Neat Neat here on YouTube. Subscribe to me. Allow me to be great. Allow me to be a part of you guys' life like I allow you guys to be a part of my life. Y'all, I'm getting tongue twisted. Lord have mercy. Miss Neat Neat.